it.
Unmute your microphone. It's very strange, yeah, so it automatically mutes it, so now it should be fine.
I hope it's fine for me too.
Yes. So,
It's fine for me too.
yeah, we're good. We got sound.
Oh,
Let's
thank God. Well, let's do a quick summary for the people who haven't heard us. I'm joined by Mark. I myself am Matt. We're commentating on Lobby 4 tonight. We've missed a bit of the action so far, but currently Chris is at the top by more than 2/10 over Miami, then Steban, Alpha Spark, Ryan B, More Games, They Hate Melty, Jordan, Ghost 72 UK, and Harry F to round off the top 10.
Yeah, apologies for that. It's the first time I've streamed on PS5, so it's a learning curve. It's done now, and it's a very small button, as it said. So big shout out to you, Matt, for finding that. I would never see that in a million years. Some quick times in this lobby. We were just talking initially, there's some interesting characters that we wouldn't expect to see. Energetic, a bit higher because he's can't make the D5 time tonight, so it's good to see his pace. An old friend of PRL, Bastos. Really good to see him back. Got a lot of time for that man. Miami, again, surprised to see him so low. Obviously putting in a good performance. And Ryan B. Let's see what he can do at the top end of D4. Yeah.
Ooh. Jordan and Spawn coming out of the Sector 1 split. Must have just dropped it on attraction.
So I think your mic might be a bit low, someone saying. I think. Attention. I'm guessing it's your mic.
Do I need to turn it up or?
Possibly. I'm only going on what they've said. I'm not entirely sure myself. But yeah, this is always very interesting seeing the pace differences. I think the big thing here is seeing the pace differences between the other 5 and 4 is a bit flip. Did you ever see that? Or?
Yep, he spun on a traction coming out of that traction zone.
A real big problem now. It's a real big problem, that corner. And again, riding on board with them, this section up here, they put the there. You can catch that first. Lots to worry about in the race. The race tends to be a little bit faster, I found, on the particularly on your tyres. Heavier fuel. We have another one now. I think that's
Yeah, looks like it. But yeah, I don't know if you've heard of Euro Chris. This is the first I have. I don't know if he raced in LOE last season because I haven't been that up to date. But a 30.5 is very quick.
Yeah, that is quick. That seems definitely up the other end. I think one thing to highlight with the lobbies, as much as it's Q5, it's meant to be Q4. Oh, I'm really low. Oh, okay. I will change that.
Sounds alright in the party, but maybe on stream it's a different.
What's mic level? Is that any? Okay. There we go. Okay, that should be fine. Hopefully that's better.
Yeah, it should be on stream.
Okay, cool. Hopefully we are good. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting here just to see the pace difference. I mean, there is a definite pace differential. I mean, even if you take out Energetic's time here, it's 1.7 seconds between what is 14th and first. So lots to think about for the organisers, and I'm sure they want to get Major and Lebanon Saram to do a representative lap, because otherwise it's not going to be too helpful for them. How's the mic level now, guys? Is that any better? Hoping it is. But yeah, it's going to be interesting. No damage. Ooh, who's gone now?
That's Major on his outlap.
Yeah. Oh no, on his outlap.
Yeah.
Not the. Oh gosh, get off the lot. You just noticed someone coming. Yeah, no damage. It's going to be a bit tasty. hopefully everyone keeps it clean, because the nature of this is just to get some idea of how quick people are. You know, that's the long and the short of it. It's not going to be about winning as such, you know, and that side. I think it's just a nice opportunity to do some running in a fairly representative way, obviously without the damage side, but otherwise it's going to be just an opportunity for people to get a bit of experience under their belt. I'm sure a lot of these guys race in more than one league, but some don't, so they might not have done too many races in anger.
Yeah, it's just a bit of fun, I'd say. By the way, Chris, he's coming around the final corner. I think the session's done, so he missed it. So he's not going to be able to put another lap in.
If anyone is done, can you just tell me if the sound's okay? I'm sure a few of you will. I'm hoping it's okay. I'll turn the mic up. I can turn it up slightly higher, but I just don't want to deafen people.
Yeah, I'd appreciate it. Something I've also noticed about this game, like people keeping in fourth gear a lot more in traction zones.
Yeah, hell of a lot. Yeah, anything under third feels really unstable. Okay, it's a little low. Okay, I'll turn it up a little bit. Turn it up. It's a little bit room to...
Let's see, I think only Miami is able to challenge Chris for the pole.
Yeah. Yep.
Currently is 2.5 tenths off. He's in the final sector now. Let's see what he can do.
Okay. I've upgraded my headset now, so hopefully people can hear me a bit clearer.
Okay, Lord.
Oh, is that too loud?
That is very loud.
This is like Goldilocks and the Three Bears. I will turn this down. Oh yeah, I can hear it through the feedback. Hello. That should be fun. Yeah, that's fun.
Well, it was nice having eardrums crossed above.
I'm really sorry. We did miss the end of it. Look, things will be a bit smoother, I promise you. We have done commentary before, and you'll see that in the race. Bulgaria's finest. That might be the first Bulgarian driver in URL Chris taking pole. XL Miami second. Steban in third. Alpha Spark fourth. The Irishman of more games. Okay, I'll support him a bit more then. In fifth. Mr. Rauter in sixth. Ryan B. Harry They Hate Melty Ghost 7th through to 10th. The Scotsman in Rail Jordan in 11th. Jordan, Mats, Bastos, Energetics Major, and I believe at the end it was Flipnam Saram, rounding it all up. So, yes, apologies for the year. I won't say that word, but you know what it is, and hopefully we won't have that one again. But I'll you know, maybe if things get a bit exciting on track, I'm not ruling it out.
Sorry, I've just come back. I've gotten some earplugs. This is still deafening.
Oh, is it still really bad? Oh my god. Okay.
In a party, it is. I'm not...
Oh. I'm gonna. Okay. Is that better? I did kind of go a bit loud. Hopefully that's better. Okay, I'll turn it right down.
Look, I love listening to your voice, but I'd still be able to do. I'd still like to be able to do it for more than 5 minutes.
This is Sorry, getting used to the equipment. We've not obviously not done this on this particular unit yet. This is going to match my lobby 5 performance later, I think. As Flip has left the session. Is there any way you could try and get him in? Just pop him in.
I can't invite him, unfortunately.
Okay.
Hopefully, I think Wouter sent 2, so he might be able to join still.
Chris is there's a safety car out on track on my screen. This is fantastic. So
wait,
if you watch the stream, I'm just recording everyone go past it on the formation app. This is absolutely incredible.
What? I don't have that.
if you look at the stream, I promise you, this is on it. This is absolutely insane. As they're all just going through. Oh, look at this movement here.
Yeah, they're lagging through it. What?
Just bumping it out of the way. Yeah, okay. Things to change, things to improve, Cody's, as we have Miami and Esteban, obviously free tyre choice.
Yep.
Nowadays, they're starting on hards. Energetics also on hards.
Interesting.
Yeah, I like it. You know, I do like it. You can keep pace. The only danger is just falling through the field. But if you can keep in a train and not let Chris get away, which I think is going to be hard to do. I think Chris might really benefit from this. He might just run away a little bit at the beginning, unless Alpha Spark and more games can get light work of him. But easier said than done.
And well, I've got to say, there, being one myself, being a quality merchant, it's one thing, of course, to put in a great quality lap because you can just do time trial and the quality laps over and over and over. It's a different thing to be a race merchant. Like, I don't know which one I'd rather prefer. It's definitely race merchant because it's so much better. Like you start on pole and end up being like truly just having a massive train behind you.
Yeah, nobody wants.
Well, that cut out there for a moment.
Oh yeah, nobody wants to be in the Trudy train. Nobody wants to be that guy. So yeah, we're nearly here. We're nearly here for the first pre-season race. Flip has not managed to get back in yet. Hopefully someone can pop him an invite. There is a big...
I think he joined. I think I saw him join.
Safety car is coming up to the grid. Any guesses? Where's it going to land? Oh, it's going to drive through all the drivers and just keep going round. So we've got the safety car on track.
Oh my god.
Right. 3, 4, 5 red lights. Chris should get a good start compared to those hard tyres, and we are away, and he does indeed get a good start. Easy for him, and Alpha is going to be under pressure here already. They're almost 4 wide in the midfield here as the Alfa Romeo gets through, and that is Esteban, but there's chaos. Alpha Spark cutting half the track, doing a bit of Alonso back in the day at Abu Dhabi. Chaos absolutely everywhere here. And Wouter, the big loser as it stands. We've got a spinner at the back now. There's all sorts of carnage. Absolute all sorts of carnage. There's no damage, and a few people are driving like that is the case, as Energetics and Wouter bleeding a little bit of their own Trudy train here, as there are 5 of them going through that section. Not ideal at all. Melty, the poor recipient of that, as Matt heads up the back of the field. Let's have a little look at who's lost what. Ryan B is up 5 places. That is incredible.
Yeah. That's the first thing I noticed at the start. I was on board with I think it was Miami or Steven, one of the two, just to see how good their start was on the hards, and it was like, okay, this is quite poor compared to Chris, and then I just saw Ryan B out of nowhere just gain 5 positions somehow.
Wouter and Energetics are going at it, and that's left.
Chris.
He's lost it completely under that. That's a very unusual place to lose it, and he's going to have to battle his way back through the pack now, and that is a bad spot for him to be in. He's going to have the pace on these guys, you feel, but it's not going to be easy as he looks up the inside. Don't want to go over those curbs. Nearly collects Jordan. Yeah,
as I was saying earlier about being a quality merchant, I really hope that this was just an anomaly and that's not actually the case, but it does have all the telltales of it. Oh.
So yeah, Harry now, he is the lead medium runner that's behind Miami and Stevan. He's going to be desperate to get past these guys as they are losing track a little bit here with Ryan B, who could well... I mean, no one would have predicted that at the beginning, as Bastos and Mats has lost a little bit at the back. But yeah, some good pace being shown here from Ryan B. I'd love to see from his point of view how he managed to get through and if it was all clean. I'm sure it was, but you do wonder when someone gains five places off the start.
Yeah, it looked clean from how I saw it. He just went all the way to the left-hand side. I don't know quite if he was off track, but it didn't look like it. So, just insane traction, it looks like it, or insane reaction.
Chris and and Melty going through side by side through a corner you don't want to go through. They're still side by side, and I think Chris is going to get it done, and Melty is going to lose that position. So Chris now.
Oh, Melty!
Ooh, what a send!
Well, I mean, Chris, and he's made it stick. He's made it stick as well.
And Chris using a bit of battery. I don't think he was happy with that. I think Chris helped that because he backed out. But he's going toe to toe. He goes around the outside. This is an awful camera angle, and he's kind of given it away. But this has allowed Major back into it. So this is a right headache for him. He does not want to be stuck behind Melty. Melty not using his battery too much, but yeah, this isn't ideal. And he's so much slower through that part of the track. This is not ideal for him at all.
I've got to be honest. That was superb defending from Melty there. Also, just slightly infighting Chris up the inside in the penultimate corner, but only to just about squeeze him out. So it meant that Chris had absolutely no chance of dive bombing him at the final corner, which was, yeah, fantastic.
Yeah, I'm afraid it's going to be done now, though, I think, because there's no way that he's going to be able to keep him behind. Oh, Energetics and Jordan swapping places. Chris gets that done even before the corner. Energetics on those hards actually doing pretty decent on race pace. There's Walter now up the inside of Jordan. This is another corner. Oh, Jordan backs out. Sensible. Very sensible.
Yeah. It's not nice to see as commentators, of course. We want action, but...
Yeah, Harry's still stuck behind those guys at the front, though.
Yeah, well, it looks like Miami's been able to catch up to Ryan again and get within his DRS, and Steven is just slightly fallen back from it, and also has less ERS, so it would just suggest that Miami has better pace for now.
More Games is looking pretty racy. He's kind of, I don't know, he's getting a little bit stuck behind Alpha Spark, but Steban and Miami, their pace is very impressive. Miami is staying with Ryan. He is being helped, obviously, with DRS now, but the fact he's able to stay, and it's only going to get easier, obviously, with these tyres.
Yeah, I could see Miami putting the moves on Ryan any second now. Oh, and that's Melty. Melty ran off to turn 2.
So yeah, more Games than Alpha Spark starting to really kind of get behind Harry now, who doesn't have DRS. So this is going to be, as we go through the safety car, he just manages to keep it, but more Games.
Alpha Spark, slightly cut off at the apex there, but great move from More Games. Quite ballsy to break as late as possible with Harry, of course, right in front of you, but he made it stick, and he's looking to get the move on Harry as well now.
Yeah, no, big move there, and Alpha Spark and Ghost. So Ghost has got through.
Oh wow!
A lot of movement in this this pack just behind. Definitely a big train. It goes all the way from Grell Jordan up to 4th, really. But the guys ahead, and Steven is just staying out of trouble, as Miami now is going to look. I think he's not even looking for the move. But
no, I think he just wants to save the ERS.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's quite crazy to go through there, because obviously in a few corners' time you've got one of the biggest straights feasible with a chicane in the middle of it coming up. So pretty easily done here, I think, as Alpha Spark loses another place to Walter, which is going backwards. You know, if I didn't know better, I'd ask if he had damage, but obviously we haven't got it on for this lobby.
I mean, I feel like that's sometimes the case in real life as well. When you lose one position, you're vulnerable in the next corner for another car, and then it just ends up being a domino effect, and just you keep losing places.
Yeah, no, 100%. Miami is playing a very long game here, so this is good racecraft. This is someone that's raced in a higher division previously. What he's doing here is, I think he's just looking to stay behind.
Is he?
Oh, hang on, he's making a move here. Incredible. That's
Okay,
kind of shut me
well,
up. That's good. But I like what he was doing, because what he's done there is he's not done it into the chicane, so he's not lost Ryan time, so they're still ahead of that train. So they can just kind of work together and hopefully keep Steban and Harry and the rest of the pack further away from them, which obviously helps both, but it helps Miami more. Ooh, that was almost predictable, that, wasn't it? In the
Yeah.
night, you know, because of he just seemed to be losing confidence in the car, and he waits for people to get back on, which is pretty cool, pretty nice. I'd like to see that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Energetics is someone that's kind of sneaking away on those hards. He's in 10th. He's got ERT Jordan ahead, who's not got any benefit of DRS ahead, so he could. Yeah, he's in good shape here compared to this midfield, which have been battling pretty consistently through the initial parts of this race.
Yeah, he's been he's been silent. He's not really been in too many battles, but he's slowly making his way up. He's now in the top 10, of course, right behind currently the lesser Jordan. No disrespect intended, of course, except for to ERT Jordan. And yeah, he's just maybe trying to put the move, looking to put the move on Jordan now. Yeah, he's gaining air. He's not using his DRS, but he's going down the inside. Side by side going into this corner. ERT Jordan holding it around the outside. Still has the inside. Nice bit of room given by Energetics. Still side by side on the exit. Going flat out now. Neither are using ERS. They're just enjoying this side by side battle. And then going through this corner. Can they make that through? They can indeed. Perfect. And yeah, Energetics has the outside, so we surely have to back off for now. Or he doesn't. He doesn't. Keeps it around the outside.
Wow, this is great racing, to be fair.
That is fantastic. Breaks very early for that, and that is the move still for Jordan. He's kept the position for now, but that was great racing.
That is top tier, especially when you know there's no damage. I like to see that kind of respect, because people can be a bit, I'm not saying anyone will, but people could be a bit silly if they wanted, but Energetics should. It's interesting, no one's going for moves here, which is obviously the sensible play. You don't really want to, but yeah, people are almost backing out of it. They're not even attempting to look at. Oh, Jordan makes a slight mistake there, and yeah, this should be job done really for Energetics down the back straight.
He's looking for the ready. Oh, not quite.
No.
And did I miss it? Esteban. Oh, yeah. It's just this game can be so tricky on the traction. Oh, and he's lost it again. Oh. Yeah. I mean, he's shown promising stuff already, but it's yeah, that's really unfortunate. And yeah, but in contrast, his teammate is absolutely living life right now. He's 2.1 seconds ahead of the medium runner, and he's on the hards himself. He's got it under control for now, and that's the first time penalty of this race, ERS major.
Yep, and Miami is just flying. I mean, Ryan just struggled to live with him, but it's not really a negative on Ryan, because he's actually gapped the guys behind him more, as they are, but they are battling a hell of a lot. This midfield, this is insane. But there's less of them. There's less and less of them because of just these situations. Esteban has managed to get the car back under control and just kind of settle himself, which isn't easy in this game. One mistake seems to compound. The moment you overheat those tyres, it's so hard. And
whilst we were talking about that, Harry's gone past Moore, and Moore's getting attacked by Bowser. Oh, and that's contact into turn one. I'm not sure. I'm not going to judge as to who did what there, but it's always tricky being on the apex there. It's so easy to get spun out.
And now Gualter kind of joins at a really awkward moment, because he's not got the closing speed that the others have.
Oh no! Oh, that was.
It was almost predictable. It was one of them, without seeing both sides, but it's just because the fact their closing speeds was so different going into that corner. He's gonna be naturally livid, but
yeah,
it's so hard to judge when you're coming through and someone's going 70 miles an hour less than they should be. So yeah, just one of those. Again, we said it, didn't we? Compounding incidents, and that's another example of it, I think.
Yeah. Thankfully, at least he's from the Netherlands. They are known for being very level-headed people. Max Verstappen is a very good example of that. And less said on that is actually better. Yeah, but now, yeah, as you said, Ryan's done extremely well. He's kept it 2 seconds to the cars behind. I do think Harry's got quite a bit of pace though, because he's already got
Mats is round.
Oh.
Matt's just understeered and he's just reset to track, which is interesting. But yeah, he was just understeered into... That one was pretty clear cut. That was on him. He understeered into, I think it was... I don't know who was battling, actually. I'm not going to say names, but... Yeah, that was on him.
Oh, what is Matt's? What is Melty doing? I mean, he's side by side with Stefan, and he's defending very aggressively. He's nearly swerving all over the track. Oh, and that's him around.
Yeah, he's trying too hard. He's just trying too hard. He's trying to battle people. Maybe this game is really interesting because I think you can kind of see it in real F1 this year, which is the battles are so much more tentative because of they're struggling with the car underneath them, and I think people aren't adjusting to that. I think battling people wheel to wheel in this game is a hell of a lot harder, which is a testament to what Energetics and Jordan did earlier.
Yeah, absolutely. It's they did extremely well to keep it that clean from multiple corners, and not the easiest corners either. It's like long, swooping, fast corners, which keeping it side by side through there is extremely difficult. I've experienced it multiple times myself. I usually like to think that I'm clean, but I've had plenty of incidents through there, and they haven't. So fair play to them.
Oh, Energetics is round.
Oh, I really hope he didn't make contact with someone, because talking him up like that would have been.
I suspect it was a traction incident. I don't think you commentators cursed him.
Yeah, okay. Even if it wasn't, it was.
But that kind of sums him up a little bit, and in the nicest way possible, because I think he's quick. I think he's more than able for this division. I just think he has a mistake in him, which often pops up. Obviously, a very, very, very competitive D5 last season, just runner-up to the eventual champion. And yeah, no surprise to see him in D4, or as he makes another mistake. Again, it's just compounding mistakes. It seems to happen a lot at the moment as Moore loses an absolute, seemingly a ton of time to Ghost behind him. Harry is going to be under pressure. This could be 3 wide by the end of this if they push, which I'm not sure they're doing. They might not really have a choice. No, they've kept it sensible. A lot more sensibleness, I think, at the moment in these lobbies than I thought there would be with no damage. So fair play to them.
Yeah, I actually like seeing the lower divisions more than, like, especially Division 1. I feel like everyone's far too aggressive. Like, wheel bumping is basically a normality instead of an exception there.
Yeah.
And it's just not nice to watch that kind of racing. Like, I get that they're on the absolute limit, but it's still not great, in my opinion. So that's why I also don't like racing there, personally. Division 2, despite it being slower, is much more enjoyable.
Yeah. No, I think I can see that. I can see some of the mistakes, being in Lobby 5 next game. We have our first pitter, which is Ghost, which is... I would say that's about right. I'm surprised that people are going so long on these mediums, if I'm honest. What do you think?
And then Jordan... yeah, I kind of expected it to be around lap 10 that the first pit stops would come in. So we're around that point now, but yeah, it's strange. I expected more people to pit already, actually. Melty speeding into the pit lane, just getting worse and worse for him, unfortunately. And I've got to say, and Energetics, yeah. I've got to say, once you make a mistake on this game, despite your display maybe not showing that your tires are overheated, it does feel like it often, because the tires feel like they have absolutely no grip on them, and you just spin out more and more.
Yeah. Moore is really close onto the back of Harry. I've seen a couple of moves down this straight. He seemed to get really good slip down here, and I wonder if he's going to have a look. He is gaining, but no. Different tacts, different school of thought, obviously, from him. As in the background, we've got Wouter on Rel Jordan. Rel Jordan's just come out. This is going to be quite frustrating for him, because he's now going to have to follow behind a car that's on used mediums when he's going to be trying to warm those hards up, but that's going to become a problem unless, Wouter's probably going to pit, I think, probably this lap, if as he's trying to get some tyre temp in there. You can see him weaving behind.
Something I'm also intrigued to see is Chris. of course, started on pole position, having that spin on lap 1. Slowly but surely making his way up now. He was just behind ERT Jordan, but he pit, and Chris is still going. So, must have not damaged his tires too much with that spin. But he's just making his way up the field now. He's 8 seconds behind Harry in P2. I'm not sure whether he'll be able to make that up, but if everyone ahead of him keeps battling, who knows?
Do you think we're looking at a medium-soft strategy from a couple of these guys, potentially?
Possibly, but I have been hearing from a few people that the softs aren't great on especially this track. That I'm not sure how good you would want to be on your mediums, as more goes down the inside of Harry and makes that move stick.
Yeah, good move. Fairly, routine as such. But Harry is fighting back, and he's gonna have a. Is he gonna have a look? No, he seems to have sat back in behind now. But yeah, these guys. Miami's just blitzing away. And it does make you think what he's going to do. Is Harry's right on the back of him. He's not giving this one up at all. He's going to try and stick to him as much as possible. But no, loses a bit of time through there, and he's just going to have to work with him, I think. And I think that is not a bad idea, because whatever they're doing, if they don't pit now, I'm almost certain they're going to be doing trying a medium and soft, because otherwise it doesn't really make a bomb of sense.
Ooh. And that's Harry going quite wide.
I wonder. I'm almost certain, more games must be trying to do it. Really interesting though. Going to have a live kind of idea for anyone that's in D2 or 5, whether it's a good idea or not. As long as he keeps it clean and doesn't crash. But yeah, there'll be some interesting schools of thought there.
Yeah, I mean, it's good to see what he can do. Should be up. It depends on how good your tire wear is now, because if you can't keep your tires under control now, then the softs are impossible, of course. Especially with tire temps around this track. Very demanding corners for the tires. So, yeah, we'll just have to wait and see. Oh, as Siri is talking to me. Oh, and Steban is round. Oh.
No idea of him. I think Alpha Spark has left the session, from what I can see. Can't see any. He seems to be floating around. Because Mats, yeah, there's a lot of people down the back here who've just had some scrappy races so far. It says Flipper's in the pit. Oh, he's just come out. Harry F, what is he going to do now? So he's obviously stuck behind, or he's stuck in front, I should say, of Rel Jordan, who has done a really good job of getting that undercut to work. Miami's in, so Miami's in early, and I think that is to counteract Ryan B's pace on these new hards, which I think is a very astute, far too sensible for a pre-season race for my liking, if I'm honest.
Yeah, but still, even with Ryan B's pace, I don't see why you would. He's been that dominant so far this race. Even if he waited until like lap 16, 17 to go onto the mediums, he'd still be far ahead, I'd say. Actually, the gap is around 5 seconds, so... Yeah, I didn't say anything. You were right. Ryan's got actually got great pace and would have probably undercut it. I said absolutely nothing.
So Chris and more games up front. Yeah, look, I mean, most people now have pit. It's obviously the guys in front, the top 5. They are definitely, unless I'm really mistaken and they're doing something really odd, they're going to be trying that medium soft.
Yeah, well, Energetics of course might be going for the medium still, as he started on hard, but it's well, we'll just have to wait and see. And there's a yellow flag in Sector 2. Don't see a car stationary anywhere.
I think someone maybe hit the runoff.
Yeah, possibly. And I do think Chris needs to get past Major now, because I think Major's holding up so lightly. Ooh. Yeah. So, at least he's still going, so full respect for him for that.
100%. I mean, this is a new wrinkle. Miami now is as we have another spinner. Is that Major? No. Oh no, I think it was Steven again.
Yeah, no, Steedman's having a really tough time with it.
Miami now is having to deal with the back markers that have stayed out, and he's got energetics to his side. He is using, and he's going to want to try and get past. I think it's a sensible thing to do because he should be able to catch onto the back of Bastos and get him down the next straight. So, yeah, wise use. He's going to, you'd think, be able to make a hell of a lot of time through these corners and attack him down the straight.
Yeah, definitely. He's already caught up massively to the back of Bastos. Bastos is really struggling for there. Miami's going to go through on the inside here. Bastos still keeping it around the outside. Side by side for this corner is not recommended. They're still doing it. Bastos has to back out, and Miami's not got the DRS. Bastos has the DRS. Might still come back at Miami. He's got quite a bit of speed on the main straight. He's running absolute terrorism wings, but not quite. And Miami gets the place.
I think you're 100% correct about the wings. And he's lost a bobber time. Miami will be very grateful to get through that, and probably thinking, good luck, Ryan. Good luck trying to get through that, because that's probably not the funnest thing in the world to have to contend with.
Yeah, it's great placement of the car by Miami, and yeah, now it's energetics' problem for now, and it'll be Ryan B's maybe in a few laps if Bastos doesn't pit, of course, and wait out for those softs. As major pits from the mediums, let's see, is he going to go on the softs?
That is a long stint. Wear-wise, it'll be fine. Pace-wise...
No, it looks like the hards, I think. Yeah. Okay. That's a late pit stop.
Stevan is in the pits. He's got a 5-second penalty as well as a 3-second penalty. He is when it rains, it pours, right? Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Yeah. He's showing good pace, but it's just been a miserable race. For the rest, yeah.
Melty's had a nightmare as well by the looks of this. He's dropped back further. It's interesting.
Oh, and Stevan crashes in the pit lane as he goes back onto the track. Thankfully, no damage, so it won't hurt him too much. But that just sums up his race. And energetics.
Yep, on Bastos, those mediums are starting to really hurt now. Yeah, Ryan B is now looking at this. He is going to catch them hand over fist through this section because this is so grip heavy that he should, by the end of this, I think, going through the last corner, be right onto their rear wing, and he is gaining temps every single corner.
Yeah, he's already sniffing up his arse.
It's going to be interesting. What's he going to do? Is he going to go for it before the main straight? Because he probably could. No, he's going to sit in behind and get under DRS, which I think is probably sensible, but yeah. Oh! And he's had a touch because energetics is in, so this has made his life a lot easier than it could have been.
Yeah, but even despite Ryan B having the slipstream, Bastos was still gaining on him in the straight.
His wings are something else.
I don't think he's put any wings on. He's just done 0-0 and left it there.
Stevan, yeah, having another spin there, and Alpha, who is on ATAI, is doing alright. Is this Ryan being Bastos you're looking at here?
I am.
Seems tasty, but this should be fairly easy now. Saying that, like you said, he's got DRS. He must be so confused in that car. He must be thinking, what wings are you running? How is this a problem? I mean, he's going to go right back at him if Bastos uses. Which, yellows again. Stevan again, I think. He doesn't seem to use. I think Ryan might have actually used a bit of battery just to keep him in check. He should be able to clear him now, really, through these technical corners. But yeah, not ideal when someone is running that kind of wings and you're trying to get past them on straights.
Yeah, I was just comparing their top end speed at the end of the straight. Ryan B was at 323 with DRS. Bastos without DRS, just purely vibes, was on 318. That's nuts.
That is some. I want to ask him his wigs after this race. That is impressive. It's about to pick up a pen. I'm going to have a look at the seconds because I think there's a few people that are definitely multiple offenders. Yeah, Melty and Stevan on 11 seconds. But actually, everyone else is on 3. So
yeah, quite well based.
Yeah, less crazy than I thought it was. Position changes. Bastos up 10, but obviously we know why he's not pit. More games. Yeah, again, obviously same reason. But Miami really comfortable. Stevan and Alpha Spark, the two guys that have fallen through really, as well as Chris.
Well, it's a bit past the halfway now, but who would you say has impressed you most so far this race?
Miami. I think Miami. I'm also quite a big fan of Chris for coming back after his a couple of issues. But Jordan has impressed me in the sense that he didn't stand out massively in D4 last season, but he seems to just have a very we don't want to commentate as cursing, but seems to be getting stuff done along with Ghost. Those two, I would argue, are the two that are they seem very chilled.
Yeah, like they haven't really been in the spotlight, but they've just been gone about their business, and they'll probably get like a P4 finish for it. Depends on where Moore ends up. He's been in the pits. The game is not indicating that he's in the pits, but he's in the pits.
Softs as before, so he's going to go massively on the attack here. Only one doing this strategy from the looks. Well, actually, Bastos is going to. Oh yeah, Bastos is doing medium. Well, Bastos is doing medium softs. Moore needs to get out ahead of Jordan, and he does.
Just about. It's about his warm up of his tires now. If he can warm those tires up quite nicely, then he should be able to clear Jordan.
Yeah, that's going to be the big test for him.
Oh wow. Okay, well he's done that.
Yeah,
has he? I'm not sure actually.
It's going to be interesting. It depends on how much Jordan wants it, really. I think. I mean, he's not got much battery, but
yeah, I don't think so. No.
Doesn't make much sense. But we do have Chris seemingly getting closer and closer on the back of Major.
Ooh, Major. Ooh. Oh, and more. That's costly.
It could be. But he could also drive away from these guys, and I don't think he's necessarily going to catch. He might catch Ghost, but I don't think he was catching Ryan anyway. So, yeah.
Oh my! 8 years Major all over the place.
Chris, what a move if he can get this done, which he can't quite do, but good effort. Yeah, really impressed with him. He's put his head down after he span. Ooh, we have
and that's Melty. Oh, that's unfortunate. Oh, Eros Major not quite making that move stick, and Chris now looking very eagerly on the outside. Ooh, getting cut off just about.
So, More Games has said see you later to Jordan, and he's now nearly 2 seconds up the road.
I think if Moore can manage his tires and keep this current pace, he might say hello at some point to Ryan at the end of the race. But of course, with those 3 seconds penalties, Ryan won't feel threatened by it.
Ooh, Chris getting a bit desperate there, and this Jordan will love that because that kind of compromised Major, and I think Jordan will live to fight another lap by the looks of this. But Chris has a lot of battery if he chooses to use it.
Yeah, Major is using absolutely everything right now, going down the inside of Jordan. Jordan's trying to stick around the outside, but Major's got the position for now. Chris absolutely up his Jordan's gearbox, making the move around the outside now, using his ERS to get past, and he does, and that's Jordan losing 2 positions in the span of 3 corners.
Wow, no, that's not ideal for him, but...
Oh, Major making a mistake.
Chris up the inside, but he's obviously this turns into the outside for this corner. He's going to try a switchback line, but it gets compromised because that's good defended by Major, just hugging the inside line, stopping the switchback line. But I think it's not going to last too long because I think Chris is going to breeze past him pretty much when he wants in the next 2 DRS straights.
Yeah, and I'll be honest, if you ask me, I do think it was a bit of a mistake getting past Jordan from Major, because it would have been much easier to defend with that with that DRS, and just saving a little bit more ERS every lap as well.
Yeah, 100%. More games is now right on the back of Ghost. He is going to get this done down this DRS straight. This could well be. I mean, yeah, I think you're right. He could get quite close to Ryan. Just depends on how those softs hold up.
Yeah, that he's already seen Bonjour and Orivar on the same straight as they reached the end of it. My God. Okay, that was very easy. And same thing for Chris. He's also made a move. So both McLaren's getting passed on that straight, and Major getting a penalty as well, which won't help his case.
So Moore should be able to push on now. This should be the section of the track that these tyres will come into their own. And yeah, he's gaining quite a bit, you can see, through these corners and digging into Ryan B. Without that penalty, this could have been actually very interesting for second. As it is, it's just a question of whether Ghost can hang on to his coattails under DRS and stop him from disappearing up the road, which is going to be tough. I think this section coming up, the end of section 1, beginning of section 2, that's where these tyres will come in. But they're going to start overheating pretty soon.
Yeah, I think already he's struggling a little bit. He's low on ERS as well, so down the straights he'll have a bit less energy deployment, which won't hurt him that much, but it still hurt him a bit. And yeah, it's kind of keeping around the 6-second mark. Oh, and we have a yellow flag. Yeah, possibly so. But it's currently keeping at 6 seconds between Rain B and Moore, so yeah, he's not making the inroads right now that he wants to.
No. Just over 5 laps to go. Miami is kind of checked out. I'm just going to give it. Ooh, as we have a yellow. I think it was Deban this time. Just going to give Miami some time. There you go. This might be the last time we focus on you, sir, because you're just absolutely flying away. But yeah, Ghost is staying with more games now. That initial pace has come out of those tyres, and he really needs to break the second. Otherwise, that's the podium gone by, really. I think that's not going to be an option for him.
Yeah, maybe even P4, because Chris is looking extremely fast, and he might just get it within that 3 seconds as well.
Yeah, very good point. In fact, and you could even argue, potentially, that Ghost needs to stay on to the DRS, not necessarily for Moore, but for Chris.
Yeah, very true, of course. Yeah, as we saw Chris leading on lap 1, and then doing a nice pirouette, as Sebastian Vettel would say. And yeah, that was unfortunately his race marked. He's done well to make a comeback to 5th, maybe even quite a bit higher. Depends on whether he can catch up to the guys ahead of him. But currently he's doing well for now. If we ignore that mistake on lap 1.
Someone that struggled is Harry. He was really in the upper end of this in the beginning, and has kind of dropped back a little bit. And I think he's going to have companies. We've got Jordan on Jordan action here, and Jordan overtakes Jordan. Jordan makes it look easy.
Oh, and Jordan ends Jordan.
Just Jordan. Jordan has cost Jordan there, and I'm sure that's not the first time that Jordan has thought that about themselves. But Ghost now is actually all over the back of Moore, and those tyres have fallen off a cliff. You said the softs in this game, they're a bit more like real life, it seems, from games gone past. It's not just a case of softs quick, hards slow. It seems to be softs quick for a lap, but yeah, don't run a long stint on them, because all of a sudden it was like a rubber band, wasn't it, at the time? Moore was just flew away and then has come straight back to them, but Chris is right with them now.
Yeah, it's incredible. I honestly think in the races that we might just only see the soft tires on tracks where the degradation is very low, and that Steveland's run again. whether degradation is very low or whether it's safety car in the last few laps. That's the only reason I'd see softs coming out in a race.
Yeah, I think if I had £1 for every time Steban or Melty had span, I would have £14. That's my prediction. Oh yeah, look, more just he can't get anything around that corner. It's gonna be a sitting duck here. The argument will be, will Chris overtake him? Because I think Ghost is gonna make light work of this.
Yeah, I think he's wasted a bit of his ERS though. Oh, moving across him slightly there. Now the two McLarens right behind the Red Bull. Oh, that's a fantastic move from Chris around the outside there. And
Ghost seems to. What's happened to Ghost? Yeah, Ghost just seems to lose it a bit.
Did he let them back
through?
I think he let them back past for whatever reason.
Well, fair play. If you feel like he did something wrong, fair enough. But I didn't see tons wrong there, to be honest.
Well, it is nice, something that good to see, and is that okay? I think you've got £16 now. As Melty's gone around. Yeah, well, it's something that the admins or the orgs will be very happy to see, like people keeping it clean and respectful, even in preseason races where damage is off. So, yeah, despite not racing maybe very cleanly, he's still done the right thing, so that's good to see at least.
Oh, as Steban spins again. Melty's back through. They're having their own little personal battle back there.
Oh, Alex again.
An Alpha Spark, the AI, has managed to get through. I mean, that kind of when you're getting overtaken by AI, you know you've had a bad race.
Yeah, pretty much.
Morgame's still sticking in here. He's playing the wingman a little bit for his teammate. Whether they're planning to be teammates or not, I don't know. But he's definitely doing his teammate a favour, because Ghost is having a right bit of problems getting past, especially with that very small amount of ERS that he's got left.
I'll be honest, I'd like to see Chris next week just put it together all and maybe getting another penalty. I'd like to see Chris like put an entire race together, not spin on lap 1, but just keeping the entire race clean. But because I'm just wondering where he could have been without that spin. I do think Miami would have won. No doubting that, but I do think he would have challenged Ryan or been ahead of him, maybe.
Yeah, agreed. I think those two. You know, funny enough, Steban and Alpha Spark's pace right at the beginning, when we saw it, theirs was pretty good. I'd have them up there with people like More Games and quicker than people like Ghost, Major, and Harry, in my opinion. But again, I don't know if we need to even concentrate on the yellow. The moment we don't concentrate on the yellow flags, it'll be someone that isn't Steban or Melty. But they are. Steban is around again. There's Ghost now looking on the back. This is really, really perilous. And what's really interesting is that Major has more than 3 seconds, and ERT Jordan might well be in line to jump up to 6th place here.
Yeah, it's definitely looking like it, and I hope Moore can keep it clean, because if he picks up another penalty, that's Jordan getting another place as well. But well, it's good to hear that ERT Jordan took it, being called the lesser Jordan seriously, and got ahead of the other Jordan. By the way, Ghost going for the move now, turning down the inside, not quite, but Moore breaks very late, which compromises him for the next. Ooh.
Well, that's making things fun.
Yeah, that changes things definitely. So that gives Ghost incentive. Oh, and ERS Major. Well, he's using Major ERS to try to get past Ghost there. Oh, not quite. More defense into that corner. ERS getting past Ghost there, still side by side, and he's made the move. Fair play.
Well, that has just helped out Chris massively.
Yeah, massively.
Yeah, that's probably made it for him, I think. Wow, that would have been it's interesting that he's obviously pushing then out there. So even though he was a couple of seconds clear, he's obviously still on some kind of limit, because otherwise you just wouldn't make that kind of error. Yeah,
and it's also easy to like slightly lose concentration around there, and then what's happened?
Oh, Major gets past Moore. Oh no, it's someone Steban getting capped. Moore is really, that's an interest. I think that might have been an error by Major to overtake it there. I don't think it's necessarily going to matter, but Now Moore's going to have the run at Major with the same amount of yeah, his tyres are just shot. Ghost is going to fly past, I think.
Yeah, I rate more for trying to keep it interesting for us, but yeah, those softs were not the option.
100%. But yeah, Chris has flown off, and we will go. I will go over the line for the chap that's going to win this race, and flip back. Not sure. I did say before the lobby began. Not sure what he was doing down here. Don't think we'll see him next week, and I don't want to in the nicest way ever, because I think he could do bits in D3. So well done, Exo Miami, winner of the lobby, and actually a massive well done to Ryan B, who has kept his nose clean and will come over the line in second. But there is still some stuff going on behind it. We'll keep an eye on it just in case. There's Ghost now looking on the back of. Can't quite get it done. He's going to have one last lunge. He's not going to get it done. Chris will come over the line in third.
Oh, good exit, good exit. Very good exit from Ghost, side by side here. But he doesn't have the ERS, I think, and he's just about get pipped to the line by Moore. But anyway, he had no penalties, so that's still P4 for him.
Yeah, and Major, look at all the places he lost there. ERT Jordan.
Yeah.
What, under the radar there.
Fair play. That is very impressive.
Big shout out Energetics actually, and Valter for getting those points. And Bastos, do you know what? We didn't see tons of Bastos, and I think that's actually a kind of a testament to him. He seems to cope pretty well for the first time back in the league for quite some time. So yeah, good to see. Alpha Spark, yeah, but yeah, I mean the top three, I think we're a class above.
Yeah,
and I think maybe class above that.
Yeah, I'd say there were three different stories worth of top three. It's just absolute dominance, then the guy just keeping it clean and keeping it consistent, and then the guy who was quick but spun on that one.
Yeah.
So,
well, we know who stood out. Is there any? I know it's difficult to say without seeing D5, but is there anyone you'd move down?
I'd move down.
Just for next lobby, not generally. You know, you'd think, hang on, I want to see what you're like. For me, I would actually quite like to see Melty and maybe even Steban move down. And the only reason why is that they seem to be pushing right on the ragged edge. So maybe if they move down, they don't need to.
I'm not sure. I don't know. It's just annoying that their consistency was all over the place for this race. I don't know how their pace was, which is like if their pace was okay, then I'd keep them this lobby. But if their pace was shocking as well, then I'd move them down. I'd say it's mostly down to pace as to what lobby they should be in, unless they're absolutely piss poor.
Yeah, no, yeah, true. And Chris, if you look at that, his lap was a 34 flat. The only people that beat that, I think, were people that did the reverse strat or a different strat. But that is quite clear of anyone else on track. I think you could even, yeah, I mean, that's half a second quicker than Ryan B, so I think we may have had a race between those two at some point. Yeah,
it would have been a great battle, hopefully. I don't know how good they are in battling, but we've seen good battling mostly for this race. Unfortunately, one or two instances, but that unfortunately happens every now and then.
I can tell you for free, Miami's not very good at battling around France. He span battling me many moons ago. No, it was entirely my fault. But no, he finally gets the redemption for that, for me spinning him. But yeah, I don't know. It's a difficult one when it's these kind of lobbies, because it's lobbies, not races as such, isn't it? So we'll see. But any parting thoughts from your end, sir?
Well, it's just been good to commentate on LOE again. It's been a long time, but I've enjoyed it thoroughly, and especially because it was with you.
Oh, thank you, man. No, it's good. I've enjoyed it. I've enjoyed it with yourself. I'll be back next week. I'm sure you will. Hopefully you will as well. I don't really, actually, I say I will, but I don't really know what the plan is. But
I won't.
Oh, okay, fair. Well, one thing I'll say is next time the technical difficulties will be ironed out. I promise you, and run smoother. But that's it. That's goodbye from myself. Old School 3000. Goodbye from Matt. Yeah, and looking forward to Mexico. Not sure anyone else is.
Well, we'll see. We'll see.